T to the V to the L to the I to the N to the E, TVLine.
Welcome back to another edition of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things American Idol. We're going to give you 50 shades of it this week. I'm kidding.
Sir. No, sir.
I'm Michael Slezak from TVLine.com. I am here with American Idol Season 6 standout Melinda Doolittle, and we're going to talk about the end of Hollywood Week, group rounds, and the final solos.
We have a top 48 now, even though I think we only know like 12 of them.
If they showed us all the faces, then they would have to justify the unjustifiable cuts.
As we say goodbye to Jessica Lamb of the Kansas City auditions.
Oh, and bye-bye, Jess Lamb. We're not going to let you hear another note of her. Nope.
What about David Oliver Willis?
You know, based on all evidence of those two singers and everything we've seen from them this season and David in previous seasons, they were not sent home for something they did vocally.
But they also couldn't have been sent home for something stupid they did, because we had a lot more stupid people.
Ladies, keep your clothes on.
I will say this, though, about season 14. I'm not going to sing it. You're welcome to sing it, Melinda Doolittle, because that's what you do. It's raining men.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
All right, that's all for the show.
Okay.
We're done. What else can we do now? Nothing's going to top that.
That was a hot mess. Anyway.
So, Melinda, who was your favorite in the final week of Hollywood Hodgepodge leading into next week's Top 24 announcement?
Clark Beckham. Clark Beckham he's everything.
You got to try a little tenderness.
And he's not even really trying. Like, he's sitting there and he's looking down at the chords he's playing, and all of a sudden this high, like, growl just comes out of his mouth out of nowhere. And it's perfection, and it's because it's honest and true, and he's into the song, and he just can't help but growl. Oh, I just,
You got to hold it.
I don't know why I'm just now noticing that he lives in Tennessee, but he's like right outside of Nashville, so I feel a stalking coming on.
Oh, no.
You got to cut.
He is significantly, seriously good. I'm just going to request that he give us something other than the Old Soul tour, because I feel like if he doesn't give us a couple more moods or flavors, he's going to get dinged for that in the Idol Looney Nation.
I totally understand where you're coming from, but I don't think anybody would have ever been like, Sam Cooke, stop singing the same kind of songs all the time. I get it. I get it for what American Idol is and what it should represent. I understand that, but I just don't have any complaints right now.
Okay, so I'm going to shock you by saying my favorite from this week was Sarina-Joi Crow.
'Cause what you don't understand.
That girl she sings from her toes, and I love her for it.
I would go through all this pain.
There's just something about her. She's a showman, which really helps because we're watching TV.
Yes.
So we want to see something. We want to be entertained.
Take a bullet straight through my brain.
She's singing from her toes, and her toes are clad in a knee-high leopard print boot.
Get it.
Hello.
But you do the same.
And she's sitting there in the background on Grenade with her group. The hip is out, the fingers are snapping, she's moving and grooving. Thanks to Twitter, we know she made the top 48.
Yeah, I saw like my little Hawaiian boy Reno in there. I was like, did he? I haven't seen him in a while. What's he doing? Top 48, huh?
All right, let's name your number 2 for the week.
I think I'm going to have to give it to Grandpa, Mr. Fradiani.
You feel like the elder statesman? Because how are you, 28?
I'm 28. It's crazy. I mean, some of these kids, it's crazy.
There's an ease to what he does just because he's done it before.
A lifetime of experience, like all the 28 years that he's been around, went into that song. There's a way of filling the entire stage, even if you're just standing at a mic, or even if you're just standing at a mic with a guitar.
It's presence. You fill a stage with presence. That's it. Like, he just has it. He doesn't manufacture it. He just has it.
It's clear how experienced you are, especially in comparison to some of the young ones.
Thank you.
Presence CE, not presence TS.
Right.
Although I would never object to anyone filling a stage with presence, like Santa.
Not at all. So sad.
Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense now. Bringing presence to the stage, at least in the form of his coat, was Quentin Alexander, and I would put him as my number 2 for the week. As with Sarina, Quentin is giving you that little something extra.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
I liked the sound of his voice. We didn't hear that much singing.
I love you when you sing in that song, yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's on a Rayvon Jax level vocally. I'm not sure yet. But I loved what I saw this week from him. The effortless cool and the ability to switch from that effortless cool into a more serious song.
I didn't feel like his vocals were that strong personally, but I love him.
All right, if you got to name a number 3 for the week.
I'm going to give it to Jax.
Let it be. I'll let that be.
In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me.
Her solo was gorgeous. And even stepping off the stage to sing to her parents, it wasn't my favorite part of it, but she did not miss a beat or a pitch.
There will be an answer, let it be.
She was still perfection in the midst of that, so I almost forgave her for stroking her mother's cheek as she sang.
It was a bit much, but I'm never going to complain about an extra shot of Jax's dad. Her firefighter dad. Oh, there's a fire.
So cute.
I'm gonna ring the alarm. I don't care if it's illegal. Sorry. What am I doing? I'm a married man. I had her number 3 for the week, Let It Be, was sublime. It was just sublime. She's one contestant who could sort of break up the whole it's raining men, J-Lo biting her finger theme of this season.
No.
It's like, we're gonna have a top 7 that's all male, Mike.
If anybody's going to break it up, let it be Jax, let it be Sarina.
Speaking words of wisdom, Melinda Doolittle.
Let it be.
I'm all for a huge mix, male, female, soul, rock, country, alternative, but I just feel like the edit we're getting of this season and the contestants who we're seeing multiple times are generally the guys this year. So I feel like maybe that's what Idol is pushing.
What are you going to do? You got Clark, you've got Rayvon, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? While we're on the subject of Jax, I did give someone a tie for number 3 with her, and it's the All About That Bass group. With Jess Lamb and Corey Wheeler and Carla Davis and Lovey James. The 4 of them together were so good, and then they cut 2 of them.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
I thought that they handled it so well because when people chose All About That Bass, at first I was thinking, there's not much of a melody. There's not much to show off your voice. But the way they changed the melody so that they could show off their voice.
I got that boom boom that all the boys chase.
Ooh, little Lovey, let me tell you, Lovey is amazing.
All the right junk in all the right places.
They were great. Put them all through. Put them all through to the next round. They've made it to this point, so
Right.
If they did something really terrible before, they should already be gone. Now they've been great, so put them through.
Jess and Lovey can breathe easy as they head to the solo rounds.
Very bittersweet. Bittersweet.
And then, of course, we lose Jess in the next round anyway with no explanation, and you know something shady is going on with that. You know something shady.
It has to be because they kept that Alexis girl.
Yes, they did.
Alexis, Jax, you're going through.
That's all I got to say about that.
The other thing I wanted to talk about this week is how group rounds and final solos maybe set a couple of our front runners back a hair or expose some possible weaknesses.
You know how I feel about Belmont.
We all went to college together. We're all buddies. Belmont University.
It's my alma mater, and I love every single singer in that group, and I think they're all absolutely amazing. But their group round was not my favorite.
Yeah.
It made me nervous because I thought, oh no, like what's going to happen when they have to harmonize well or when they're tired and they've got to sing?
The show really played up Since You've Been Gone as a big moment of group round.
I'll just keep it very short. All of you are going through the next round.
You know, I thought Rayvon's big high note went awry.
It was definitely on pitch. I could just tell that his voice was tired. It had like this gravel in it that just didn't have to be there. It could have been clear as a bell, and then you would have been like, wow, that's fabulous.
Really?
But there was just not.
I will defer to you on pitch, but if I was choosing to hear that song, that would not be a note I would want to hear.
There are other choices.
Wherever he landed, that choice just... Also, they didn't name the one girl in the group.
They didn't name Kellyanne, and Kellyanne is good.
The other group that I thought fell a little short was Ladies Keep Your Clothes On.
All the colors that I can't change.
It was sort of like ordering a sandwich and they give you truffle aioli, honey mustard, and hot pepper jelly on it. I don't want all of those condiments. I don't need that many things colliding on one sandwich.
On that mountain hill.
And they were all giving me 3 condiments, all of them.
All of them. It was too much. Once they said the name of their group, I kind of checked out. I'll be honest.
The group name is LKYCO. Ladies, keep your clothes on.
I just couldn't. I was like, I can't.
Don't try to get cute.
In parentheses, please.
Ladies, keep your clothes.
We'll decide if you're cute. You don't get to decide. That's the thing. You don't get to decide you're cute.
Yeah.
We'll tell you on Twitter and on the Facebook. Sorry. And I thought a few other people struggled this week. Hollywood Anderson, I'm okay if Hollywood goes home at this point.
Who's the team captain?
This guy.
How was he as a team captain? We're starting to feel uncomfortable. We gotta get out of here.
Adana Duru, I thought she struggled a little bit in her group. And also Bearded Tired Guy.
You having a 3-month-old, I get it. Like, fine.
And I told you till tomorrow and be a different kind.
You also came into it tired. I'm gonna give you that.
I haven't slept much before I got here, and then you guys made it a lot worse.
However, if you cannot survive how tired you are during Hollywood Week, it will be impossible to do the show. I mean, impossible. That is the least amount of tired you will be for the next 3 months of your life.
Here's Rachel.
You have to learn how to work with people. So everybody that was complaining about having to do groups, get over it, because you haven't worked with people until you get on the show. Everybody that was complaining about being sleepy, get over it. You get no sleep at all. So when you get on that stage, you still have to know your lyrics. You have to know your notes. You have to know your voice well enough to change something in case you can't hit it because you're tired.
They can't do this. They can't do it.
It was hard for me to keep hearing people like, oh, this is just so hard. And I thought, oh, honey, you haven't even scratched the surface.
I'm a little stressed and being super exhausted, not sleeping really.
American Idol makes you tired, but then so does life after. Like, you just start getting used to it now.
Right. Plus, you got a band behind you. You've got sound people, lighting, makeup, wardrobe. Like, if you're not working with them, it's not gonna go well. As Big Ron's moment with Ricky Minor showed us, the minute he made a short man joke, his idol journey was over.
You know, Ricky, sometimes when he gets upset, he may not be the easiest one to get along with.
Don't give me any excuses, man. Just sing the song. Right. All right, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Just listen to what I tell you. Take that and go.
So I had sympathy leading up to it. I really did. Right up until that short man joke.
You know, I think it's that short man thing, you know.
When it's live.
And he tweeted me and told me that he was joking. So I went back and I kept rewinding. But then at the end of the day, I thought, I don't know Ricky Minor well enough to joke with him like that. So if I don't know him well enough, unless y'all were best friends leading up to this and we don't know about it, then that joke was inappropriate.
But it's good. We're coming up with rules for the season. Don't ask for J-Lo's digits.
Oh.
Don't have a fight with Ricky Minor.
Mr. Ricky Minor.
Don't.
And don't give us Randy Jackson. So we're at 3. By the end of the season, we should have a good dozen or so rules. Please don't cover I have nothing, or don't let the sun go down on me. Well, if the rules go on, we'll talk about this next week.
Don't tell me you're tired. Ever.